I reunited with my ex-boyfriend, who I abandoned while participating in an underground boxing match. Cheng Zun used 10 boxes of gold to pressure my opponent to win, intending to buy out my life. I in the second game, he personally stood in the ring. Anna, pretend to be dead and lie to me, you have something. I just knew that Cheng Zun was real this time. Later, he pushed me to the alley. Where else do you want to run under my nose? One Siberia, an underground boxing ring. At this moment, the crowd was full of voices, and everyone's cheers were building momentum for the upcoming Black Fist Points tournament. What? By my life. It's such a big breath. I couldn't help but laugh out loud when I heard this unashamed wild remark. No kidding, he bet on 10 boxes of gold. Not dollars, not rubles. What should I do? If you really die, I won't be able to make money. I stopped my agent, Phase I. And it became more and more like cursing me to death. Who the hell is it? He's at the boss's place. Oh, I want to see who is so angry. I'm the cash cow here. I killed the god of wealth. What do I use to make money? What about 10 boxes of gold? I'm the constant stream of money, okay. But I saw people standing in front of the floor-to-ceiling windows on the second floor. I wilted instantly. I really didn't expect to meet Cheng Zun again in the boxing ring. And his impression. I should have been frustrated. Good guy. How did he find this? I've been hiding so far. Can he still smell me? Dog nose. Oh no, it's a wolf's nose. Cheng Zun saw me. Damn, the physique is one circle bigger than before, and it's different when you become a wolf. He picked up the wine glass and raised it towards me. Respect me. Respect death. Point 2. I don't know what I am now in his heart. The only thing that is clear is that he will repay the slightest mistake and hate betrayal. So he wants to buy my life. I returned to the boxing ring. And Phase I saw my expression, and his momentum was even more depressed. No, I said you are hanging. Suspend. Hang a fart. He has money to buy my life. So it depends on whether he has the ability to win me. Who will fight me today? Philip. I know that this person is the boxing champion from Moscow, with arms thicker than my thighs, and he is always victorious. But I haven't fought him. I only know that if the opponent doesn't die, his fists won't stop. The first time the men's and women's mixed field opened a points match, Cheng Zun sent him out. This is to make me die. It's ruthless. Philip is very large, and the advantages of the Caucasian race are vividly reflected at this moment. Like a Siberian black bear, sweat covered his limbs. His blood vessels swelled, and he did a lot of push-ups before the opening. I smelled it in my veins. Whiskey plus labor, very greasy. The taste should not be very good. When Philip saw me stepping into the ring, the explicit in his eyes made me not very happy. And he would break wherever he could wipe the oil. Russian meat words kept stir-frying in my ears, and my ears calloused as I listened. Philip said to me in Chinese that others couldn't understand. Are you Chinese or Russian? I finally couldn't help it. Straighten my tongue. At this time, the referee began to ring the bell before the game. The atmosphere began to rise. I looked up at the glass window on the second floor. Cheng Zun was still standing on top and looking at me. The eyes are like a pool of stagnant water. My scalp is a little numb. The game begins. Because Cheng Zun's bounty was very high, Philip did not show any mercy after the opening. When he swung his straight fist, he brought a gust of wind. The boxing champion is different. It's a pity that I met me. The moment his fist was blocked by my hand, I saw that his eyes were obviously stunned. Then, I heard the sound of bones cracking. Originally, because I wanted to heat up the field, I wouldn't let the game end so quickly. To make money in the boxing ring, there must be a constant climax for the atmosphere to rise. But not today. The patrol is here, and it is necessary to make a quick decision before starting to slip. I punched so fast and fiercely that Philip was powerless, and at the last moment, I broke his palm, left Philip's life. In front of Cheng Zun. It is better not to be too bloody. You have to leave some decency for yourself. But Philip's eyes were half closed and half open, and his breath was like a thread hanging in the air. I gave him a free Chinese answer. I'm not human. 3 in the first game. I won. I saw my name appear on the new standings. It stands to reason that I won Philip, which should be considered a bye. But Phase I told me that the boss temporarily notified him to play an extra game. I don't want to add a fart. Have I agreed? I found that you old mousy really want to come out one by one. Phase I stopped me, followed by 3 big-armed, round-waisted thugs. I sneered. You still want to trap me? Isn't it too overestimated? Faisai was afraid of me, and he was also very embarrassed. Anna, let you go, we don't have to live, for my sake, you can fight again, anyway, you have won Philip, no one is better than you in this game. That's not what you just said, real dog, but Faisai is right, Philip has fallen, who else can fight me? Suddenly, the crowd behind him fell silent. Faisai also looked behind me. I turned my head to look at the ring. Cheng Zun stood on it and looked at me. He finally spoke. But as soon as he spoke, he was full of provocation. Don't dare. I was provoked by him and countered. What are you afraid of? Cheng Zun tilted his head and motioned for me to come over, then come up. But when I actually took the stage, I suddenly regretted it. Cheng Zun did not change into a race uniform, but took off his coat, which was a black vest inside, and his muscles were very tight, and full. He didn't even look me in the eye. But I could tell he wasn't happy. Anna, you are smart and know how to hide. I don't speak. Pretend to be dead and lie to me, you have something. It's okay. I'm pretending to be dead, why are you still looking for me? The lingering feelings are not over. Cheng Zun laughed. According to human words, 3 points are cold and 7 points are heartless. Of course. I was stimulated by this laugh again, naturally. I also laughed and sarcastically said, the dignified Wolf King is a licking dog for love. And he is not cheap. Cheng Zun's eyes swept over all of a sudden. Good. I managed to step on his minefield. Slowly. I couldn't laugh anymore. I saw him transform into wolf fangs and dew claws. I don't care about exposing my identity in front of people. He meowed. This is for me to be real. Anna, you really shouldn't have left me. For my past with Cheng Zun was made up of countless accidents. Our meeting was not a pleasant beginning. I am a vampire, a nomad from the Altai region and the border region of Russia. At that time, my family was going north to the Primeval snowfields of Siberia to lie dormant for decades. I fled the large army because of my rebellion and playfulness. I don't want to go to the ice cave deep in the snowy plateau, and I will sleep for decades, which is really boring. Because the route and itinerary could not be changed, my family found out that it was too late for me to escape. And they would not turn back for me. Just send me a message and ask me not to break the rules. You can't eat people, you can't have bloody conflicts with humans, and don't go up the mountain. Recently, the newly appointed werewolf leader has a great appetite and continues to expand his territory. In addition to Altan Mountain, the Tianshan Mountains and Kunlun Mountains have become his territory. And where I am is the territory of the vampires, and it is close to the border, so it is safe, but just in case, it was right not to let me go up the mountain, but I'm hungry. I'm growing my body. The animals hid in the mountains when it was cold, and it was very troublesome to find. I set my sights on a farmer. A young couple are both herdsmen. The sheep return to the pen and the hunt begins. To be honest, I am also a first-time hunter. Tension is always nervous. I was satisfied to see that they were afraid. My small fangs have always been a feature I am proud of, and no one in the tribe looks better than mine. Immediately afterwards, I saw the fear in the couple's eyes disappear. What do you mean? Look down on me. I looked back suspiciously. In the dark, a teenager stood behind me, with one hand in his trouser pocket, and the other hand, saying hello to me. Arzun. The young man called him like a pardon and ran towards him with his wife. I'm hungry and angry right now. Move the rescuers. Okay, I'll have an extra meal. I tried to scare them away with my vertical pupils and fangs. The teenager let the couple run away, but he remained where he was, not afraid of me at all. Where did the head iron come from? The vampire doesn't abide by the clan rules. What about your lord? Do you know who I am and dare to care? What are you? I really want to live longer. I don't like nonsense, I pounced. Then, I was forced to change direction and go to the other side. I am a dignified vampire, how? Was thrown into the sheepfold. What's even weirder is that the one in front of me who suddenly came out was actually more powerful than me. My hand is broken, and I won't be able to get up for a while. Outside the fence, this young man named Arzun looked at me condescendingly. Get out. Don't let me see you appear in the human activity area again. Who the hell are you? He was not interested in answering me, but sent me another warning. Next time, it's not your hands that will be broken, but your brains. 5 if you can't beat it, run away. This is the code of conduct I have always believed in. But what a shame it is to be thrown into the sheepfold, after taking the 2 sheep by the hand. I decided to give this man, who hadn't even grown hair, a little color. I am the territory of the vampires. He dared to make such a mistake. It was really a long time to live. I let the vampire backtrack it. Send out 20 and come back half. Why say half? Because there is only one breath left, and the others are killed. Anna, they went to Kana's. After explaining the last words, the martyr bat died. The more I thought about it, the more strange it became, that this man could not only fight vampires, but also recognize bats, vampire hunters. No, this thing has been extinct for many years, even if there are a few sporadic ones. How can they have this ability? That man, he looks very young. The rest is the werewolf. I hesitated for a few seconds and then rejected the idea. I can't smell any wolves. It's really coming. My bat has long been warned. So who is sacred? I'm really curious. It took me about an hour or so to catch up with ABUS. It turned out that the bat had said that they were a group of students. Cheng Zun, you are the first in the final exam. What kind of brain do you have? You are an all-rounder. Thanks to you for persuading the old class. If you hadn't pulled up the average score of our class, there would definitely be no drama in Altai this time. You're welcome. Familiar voices. I took a sip. Bar. When I arrived at my destination, I saw Cheng Zun get out of the car. Very tall, more than 1.8 meters tall, arms. Muscles are just like that, but for the sake of caution, I decided not to go head-to-head. Anyway, he has so many classmates. So guess Dinku, and point to whoever is who. Yo, there's still a grinding one in the car. A girl, a small grass chicken, looks malnourished, carrying a big bag and a small bag. It felt like it was going to break her shoulder. Tut. A little disgusted, but there's no one to choose, just her. Hi, classmates. The little grass chicken turned around. I teleported to her, and before she could react, I bit her neck. I didn't inhale much, let alone bite the artery. Just a day or two after waking up. I am a principled vampire, who does not kill unless absolutely necessary. A few minutes later, I hid in a tree and watched the situation I had created from a distance. A bunch of little kids panicked and shouted to make a phone call. Seeing Cheng Zun frowning, satisfied, I am so satisfied. Suddenly, I almost couldn't stand still. Is this dog looking at me like something? Not to that extent, right? It's a kilometer apart. But he raised his eyes unexpectedly, which really made my back feel a chill for a moment. No, why should I hide? This is my turf. I let go of the needle in my hand and looked at it again. A group of people are still huddled together head-to-head, and I can't tell which one is Cheng Zun for the time being. If the diaphragm reaches him, it will be considered a successful completion of the task. You really don't want your head. Mom, this time I really fell, falling from a tree more than 10 meters high. Then last night the scene history reappeared, and he was condescending again. This time, he was no longer polite, pulled me up and held my neck tightly in a cross-handcuff position. I believe that in half a second, my head will be divided. This is the territory of the vampires. Are you impatient? Damn, like a snake, the tighter it gets, the tighter I can hardly speak. You crossed the line. 6. What boundary have I crossed? You hurt someone. Me? ? It's none of your business. Are you a savior or a bodhisattva, and you need to save all sentient beings? And you are really generous. If you hadn't dropped me, would I have been able to bite her? In the end, it's still your fault. Cheng Zun let go of his hand and stepped back heavily. I stumbled again. I endure. Wait a minute. This sassy year. It seems to be okay. I stood in the shadows and saw very clearly, in the sun, his hair was black and grey, and his pupils turned out to be light green. Not a person. The appraisal is complete. You attacked my sentinel last night. Sentry, this word is a bit familiar, as if I have heard it somewhere. That's when I smelled a strong smell of animal hormones. He identified himself. Are you the new lord? Cheng Zun raised his eyebrows. Arrange your sentinels in the vampire's territory to grab territory while we are dormant. Believe it or not, I told you to go to your parents. If you don't learn the good, you will learn the bad. Cheng Zun frowned. I arrange sentinels and not grab territory. The two are not in conflict. Then what are you doing here? Play. I rolled my eyes at him. Unexpectedly, he nodded, yes. Anyway, it's not over if you drop me. You attack my sentinels. Damn, don't take it into the pit at all. I broke the jar and said, what do you want? Break my neck. It's not gentlemanly behavior to bully a girl while my family is not there. I cannot kill you. Oh? Suck my blood, let's evenly match. Wolf blood is hungry. I suddenly narrowed my eyes, approached him, and stroked his shoulder. This is my first hug, Lord Wolf King. Cheng Zun glanced at me, and when my hand was about to touch his face, he shook it off mercilessly. You think it's quite beautiful. Immediately afterwards, he lifted his sleeves, revealing his smooth arms. And the blood vessels on them faintly protruded. I felt the slow flow of blood inside. My throat moved instinctively. He took a bite himself. Bleeding is fast. He handed it over. Chicken thief. Know that my teeth are poisonous. This blood has to be drunk even if you don't drink it. Give you 5 seconds. The wolf blood was really rich, and my eyes lit up when I sucked it. When the time came, he pinched my chin and forced me to let go. I looked up, and his mouth was bloody. Damn, good desire. The heart, which had long been unbeatable, moved very slowly at this moment. I said, Cheng Zun, my name is Anna, 7. I have a thick skin, and once I decide something, I can't pull back 10 cows, for example. I like Cheng Zun. I have seen human drama works, and it is said that if a person is interested in you, you must keep appearing in front of him and impress him. Impressed, I think I have. It's interesting to me, and I still need to work hard, and I originally escaped, and the ultimatum given to me by the family was that I could not leave the territory, and Cheng Zun, no matter what identity he was, would not stay here for long. Evil fate, like and persistence seem to be two different things, but before they leave here, I decided to be bold again. On this day, I tracked down Cheng Zun's smell again. I stood far away, avoiding the street lights, and stood at the entrance of the alley, facing a barbecue restaurant. Cheng Zun's hand pouring water in the distance suddenly stopped and raised his head. I know he can see and hear. I'm hungry. The next second, I saw him get up and walk towards me with satisfaction. I'm not your blood bag, it's already leveled. He is very particular about fairness. Eat something else. That's your own business. I want to eat you. Cheng Zun's eyes darkened all of a sudden, trapped in the whirlpool of human society. He naturally understands everything. I had the courage to continue to ask without shame. Am I not beautiful? Cheng Zun had no habit of lying. He nodded. Beautiful. Can't I eat you? After a long time, he looked at me and called my name for the first time, Anna. Do you know the consequences of werewolves and vampires together? I shook my head. Is it a miserable end? Cheng Zun shook his head and didn't answer me. When will you leave Altai? Tomorrow morning. I sighed. Although we didn't have a good start to know, I really can't bear to let you leave. Why? I'm interested in you. How much is the emotion of a vampire worth? I hummed. Anyway, I think it's quite expensive. I will live forever, and there can only be one queen. Yes. This means to reject me. The weight of these words is much heavier than my confession. Like a grass chicken. 8 The next day. I was at the border of the territory, and watched him leave the Altai territory. Sigh. There is really only a sigh left. The first love was strangled to death by my own hands, but in the blood clan, there is really no one who can be seen. How can Cheng Zun be attractive? Slowly, his taste faded until it disappeared. I jumped back to the top of the tree and prepared to go back, by my unformed love. Wait. And so on. I moved my nose. It seems to be again. I smelled my body, but I didn't get it. The flavor is getting stronger and stronger. My heart was shocked. I jumped off the tree and came to the junction, looking out at the highway. In the distance, there's a figure. I was nervous, and I pinched half of the tree on the side, going up the mountain. I heard the wolf's gasp. He took on his original form and ran towards me. Seeing him standing in front of me, I pretended to be hypocritical. Are you going to come back and bite me? Cheng Zun's wolf body is actually not small, and he can basically look at me at eye level. In fact, if you drink my blood, you should be my person. 9 I can't go out of bounds. Cheng Zun also has his own things to do. We don't always get together. On the surface, he is a good student with excellent character and academics. He has a busy school, and I am just an idle vampire. I have to do something. Anna, you can't go out of bounds. Your family knows, and you will be punished. The little vampire but entourage circled over my head, persuading me earnestly. I held my cheek, but I miss him so much, I think like crazy. The more I think about it, the more uncomfortable it becomes. No, I have to get out. They are all dormant now, how can they care about me? Anna. Anna. Don't go out. I took a deep breath and stepped out. I looked back behind me. The timid bats are spinning wildly in the enchantment. I spread my hands. Look, I'm not doing well. Come back early. Come back early. Their voices are getting farther and farther away, and my heart has flown towards my love. The market is in the middle of the city. The sound of a loud book is ringing. I climbed over many mountains and finally came to Chengzun's high school. The human touch is very strong. Hey, if it weren't for him. I really wanted to kill here. When I arrived, it was not yet dawn, and the student dormitories were already lit up one after another. I stood on the roof, looking for the taste of Chengzun. I saw him. It turned out that Chengzun wore a school uniform like this. He had a few boys around him, a little familiar, and he should have been to Altai before. Yo. I also saw the grass chicken. The but ran to Chengzun's side. Chengzun. Do you want to eat bread? My mother brought me a lot yesterday. You Feifei, why don't you ask us? That's it. A large number of people cheered. The mouth of the little grass chicken is almost grinning to the root of the ear. Chengzun spoke, thank you, but I don't eat bread. HMPH, that's pretty much it. I heard Chengzun say that he was the class leader, and the teacher didn't come. So he stood on the podium, seeing the face. It's really handsome. I'm like a fool. Coldly, Chengzun looked outside. It's raining. He closes the window. I saw his fingers pause. Although he didn't raise his eyes, I was sure he sensed me. I in the classroom. He called a classmate to sit on the podium and then walked out of the classroom. Layer after floor, he went up to the rooftop. There was a gap of 20 or 30 meters between the two of us. The sky is already bright. I saw a rare smile on the corner of his mouth. Come here. Chengzun looks better when he laughs than at all. I teleported in front of him and hadn't spoken yet. He was hugged into his arms. Come to me, aren't you afraid of death? I shook my head. I'm not afraid. I'm afraid. Chengzun didn't let me go out of the realm again, and he came to me after that. Aren't you going to take the human college entrance examination soon? Whether I take the exam or not depends on myself. Don't you want to experience the life of an ordinary person? So, this is not in conflict with experiencing life. Then show me how to turn into a wolf. I actually like his prototype quite a bit, but since the relationship was determined, he has never changed back. Excessively, I refused to meet my small requests. Chengzun looked up at me without any expression. Are you idle? I rushed into his arms. I'm cold. I want your fur to warm me. Do you need temperature? Why don't I need it? I'm not good enough. My eyes became dangerous. Chengzun, do you know what you are talking about? Chengzun's palm covered the back of my neck and pressed me in front of his eyes. I went up and took a sip. It's delicious. I want to bite into it. Chengzun's kiss was very fierce, but I liked it very much. I was really pinched by him. He said to me, Anna, I only identify with you. I naturally know. We ran in the forest, frolicking in the snowy mountains, and kissing on the peaks. We are young, and our feelings will always be fierce. After that, Chengzun was about to take the college entrance examination, and I sent him out, because we wouldn't be able to see each other for a while. So we kissed goodbye. If you fall in love with someone else, I will eat her. Chengzun's warning to me was very useful. He touched my face. Let's go. Be good. 11 I was discovered by my brother Ankh. He gave me a spear and came back to me with a talented vampire thug. Because he couldn't beat me, his biggest hobby in life was reading, especially chanting scriptures in my ear. Annoy me, I'll tear up the book. He smelled me and frowned. The BGM of Only You subconsciously sounded in my ears. Anna, you did something wrong. Is it wrong for me to like someone? Although our family does not interfere with the right of races to interact freely, you also have to see who it is. Then I won't hug it for the first time. If you go back to Siberia with me, I won't tell my father that you have been out of the earth. You threatened me. Ankh took 2 steps back unexpectedly, and in front of me were 2 burly and majestic vampires, Kumar Yamato Kumar II. Who has lent you the courage to stand in my way? The 2 bears pointed to Ankh behind him. Where did you borrow the bear heart and leopard gallbladder? Ankh pointed up. Our old father. This is to be true. Ankh rarely lowered his face. This time he had a solemn expression. Don't you know what happens to vampires and werewolves together? Cheng Zun also asked me this question, I couldn't answer for a while. Breaking the bones. I was stunned. This word is very serious, not decapitation, not stabbing the heart, but not scum. Anka continued. You have forgotten why we became nomads before. This involves grievances above the ancestors. Thousands of years ago, the Blood Clan and the Wolves lost the battle for the moon, the Wolves were defeated, and the Wolves were completely victorious, absorbing the power of the moon to transform the first generation of ancient wolf gods, and the Blood Clan retreated to the Altai realm and no longer set foot in the wolf territory. Since ancient times. Whether in the east or the west, the grudge with the werewolves has always been like this, but the punishment is surprisingly consistent. I'm not the first, but the previous vampires, in Anka's mouth, were all frustrated as punishment. These are all rules set by our ancestors. They are fine, but your fate was discovered by us, and he knows your ending. 12 I'm not afraid. You are just stupid. Anka exploded in anger for the first time. I didn't react at once. He pulled me to Xiong'er. Xiong'er's ability is unique among the Blood Clan. His eyes are kaleidoscope, and he can see thousands of worlds. He wiped my eyes with his fingers. I saw Cheng Zun. He sat in the classroom, leisurely turning his pen, surrounded by many people. There are men and women, going forward and successively. He smiled at them. Cheng Zun, where have you thought about filling in your volunteers? Beijing? Or Shanghai? You're going to go out after all, right? I didn't think about it. I'll talk about it when the results come out. Cheng Zun, is this question convenient for you to teach me? Cheng Zun took the paper. The beautiful and lovely female student lay down, this end of the forest. Anna, he is half human and half wolf. He can enjoy the life of ordinary people, but we can't. He is a king, and he has power. He acts recklessly, he loves you, and he loves others too. How beautiful is the world of mankind. How can he only be willing to succumb to the sun? You are all too young. If your father knows, it will not be us, but the guards who come to you. You know your father's temper. I looked at him with a blank face. Anka's voice softened a little. Anna, I know you like someone for the first time. I can understand it very well, but we can't watch you die. But he will look for me. Don't worry, I'll find a way. It's good for you. If it gets bigger and involves a war between the two races, it will be uncontrollable. 13 in the ring. I swallowed my saliva and looked at Cheng Zun in front of me. His dew claws swept over without a hint of hesitation. For the first time, I dodged his attack and retreated to the side court. The second time, the third time, he seemed to have endless strength. I don't know how many times. I saw his light green eyes flashing, and I was stunned. He cut a hole in his face. Then he pulled him violently and pressed him to the ground. The surrounding crowd screamed one after another, and the atmosphere reached its climax. The referee began to count down. Phase I anxiously shouted my name on the side. Anna. Anna. Get up. Get up. If you really start moving, I can't beat him. I bared my fangs and bit down his wrist. Familiar wolf blood. It is richer than when he was a teenager. The toxin rushed into his veins, and it wouldn't taste good. I glared at him, not to be outdone. Cheng Zun sneered. You only know this? I let go suddenly. Blood flowed down his thick arm. It was dark red, but I suddenly lost all my appetite. Cheng Zun glanced out. The referee understood and ended the bell. I understand. Those 10 boxes of gold were actually the money for the boxing arena owner to clear the scene. I in the huge ring. There are only the two of us left. My mouth was full of blood, and he walked towards me, wiping the blood from my lips with his fingertips very hard, rubbing it all the time. Anna, you are more beautiful than before. 14 naturally. I wouldn't believe him. Just to catch up with me. He is angry now. Laughed very badly. I don't dare to move. I'll wait for him to follow. It turns out that the ashes can be stained back little by little. No wonder your brother didn't leave me anything. Anka is the 6th. In order to make Cheng Zun give up, he changed his trick in front of him. Left me because you were afraid, right? I was poked at the heart. During this time, I have thought about Anka's words countless times, and there is some truth. I can't go out, but he can travel all over the mountains and rivers. The original passion was ruthlessly extinguished. I am dark. He is light. I am a ghost, and he is king. This is the divide between us. But at the beginning, you provoked me first. I was impulsive. Is it over with an impulsiveness? Then what do you want? Just think it's good to get together and disperse, okay? We didn't suffer from each other, and you clearly knew what happened to me when I was discovered, didn't you tell me? After saying that, I found that my skill in playing a rake was getting deeper. But Cheng-zun obviously didn't want to get into trouble with me about this incident. He grabbed my hand and pulled me closer. Where is your good brother? What do you mean? Coming all the way to ask me not to ask for forgiveness, but to find Anchor. Am I not as deep as Anchor? Before my strange concern began to spread, he threw me another bombshell. Slaughtered my human sentinels. I don't mind unilaterally tearing up the covenant between the two races. The covenant between the two races, as the name suggests, is a relatively peaceful covenant established by the Wolf clan and the Blood clan after the previous Snatching War. Although no one still looks down on each other. Now the trouble is, I can't contact Anchor. There is no explanation for this, and it is impossible for me to rashly convict Anchor. Can you explain the point? What you say is what you say. Didn't you just say you were leaving? I was speechless. Is this the same thing? You'd better find him for me. If you can't find it, I'll go to your ice cave nest and knock on the coffins of your ancestors one by one. I believe Cheng-zun can do it, but I can't really let the two races fight during the time of the accident. Altai experienced an extremely rare week of blizzard. It has become a very difficult situation for herders to transfer to grazing, followed by the disappearance of cattle and sheep, and a large area of herdsmen disappearing behind. Later, in a dense forest with snow several meters deep, Cheng-zun found the bodies of all the sentinels he had arranged here. The blood was sucked dry, and the smell of Anchor was all around. Cheng-zun followed the taste to Siberia. The clue was broken, but I was unexpectedly found. Looking for Ank, by the way. I settled the account. I have sorted out the context. My heart was a little prickly, but things were strange. I shook my head. Impossible, this is not Anker's handiwork. Ank is a vegetarian, and his lover is an ordinary human being. So he doesn't drink human blood. Point 15. I have to find Xiong and use his eyes to find the truth. Point 20. Vampire bats were released. And half of them came back. I think I've seen this scene somewhere. The bat, who was still hanging half a breath, brought back the news, saying that Xiong had entered a forest swamp in the western Siberian plain. No, this place is already Lao Mao's territory. Although we have a connection with the western vampires, what is the matter at this juncture? It's not me this time. I jumped 3 feet high. When did it appear behind me? Careless. Can you not be so scary? Are you human? I endure it. After all, now in his territory. If I have any trouble, I will definitely not be able to eat and walk around. I told him what I had heard, and he was not surprised, and I realized it later. You already knew. Cheng-zun walked to the bar and poured himself a glass of whiskey, raised his head and drank it. I'll see if you really have some use. I'll endure it again. I am really curious about the changes in Cheng-zun in the past 2 years. It's no different from being reborn. During the time we were together, I didn't actually know him at all. And the race behind him. I don't know how long he has been lurking here. Just this villa I am in now. It is worth a lot of money. Where did the wolf get so much money? And the 10 boxes of gold he bought my life the night before. And since I met him again, he behaved so calmly, which was a bit unexpected to me. I left without saying goodbye and faked my death, which was a big blow to him, but he didn't really want me to die. It's too light. Perhaps, I am far less important than I think. Thinking of this possibility, I don't know why I feel a little disappointed. I subconsciously went back to find him, only to find that he was gone. Well, okay. It's self-righteous. After all, now he is handsome and rich. So who doesn't want it? I looked down at myself. He was still wearing yesterday's boxing uniform, and he was dirty. Mixing with a blood clan like me is also unique. Rely on punching to paralyze yourself. Vampires also have to look forward, don't they, after this is over? I may really have to go dormant for hundreds of years. Point 16. The forest swamp is determined. But I can't go in this outfit. I have to go home and change my bags. I also tried to live an ordinary human life, and it didn't seem to be bad. Just jumped on the roof of the villa and was ready to take a shortcut. One hand grabbed my back. My hand was faster than my brain, and I smelled Chengzun while punching it. But it was too late. He blocked my fist. I grabbed him by the neck, and the two of us fell into the alley together. I wanted to stand up, but he pressed against the wall first. He was furious. Where else do you want to run under my nose? I rolled my eyes. Where did you run away? I'll go home to get clothes, big brother. Chengzun did not let go. The heat from my nose shocked me. My voice softened. I really don't run. After a few seconds, he let go of me. No need to go back, I have clothes. I subconsciously said, I don't want to wear other women's clothes. I regret it when I say it. What am I talking to him now? It's my mother's clothes. You two are about the same size. Oh? I pulled open the closet. They are all big brands, quite catching up with the trend. I chose a set that was relatively easy to fight. When he came out, Chengzun handed over a cup of rich plasma. I sniffed. It was his blood. It doesn't have to be so enthusiastic. I didn't move. Drink. Don't drink. Chengzun took it expressionlessly. If you don't drink, I'll fall. Oh, what a waste of time. I declared in advance, I didn't let you be a blood bag. You gave it to me yourself. When he was about to finish drinking, he said, blood is branded. I almost choked. Werewolf branding, as the name suggests, is that it can be done, or not. I can no longer be separated from him. I subconsciously wanted to pick my throat. Anna, I advise you not to do this. Why? With the brand. I have the bargaining chip to negotiate with them, and if you want to suffer the living beings, you can spit out the blood. This wolf is very good at holding 7 inches. I'm going to take their nest. You are amazing. You have to pick me up with someone else's nest. Isn't it a bit too much to grab the territory of foreigners? You are very good at empathizing with them. I said, why do you like to choke me so much? It's not pleasing to the eye. Okay, after all, I dumped you. I don't want the ancestral coffin anymore. So I don't have to beat around the bush like this. 17 Chengzun is real. He took the wolf pack with him. I suddenly remembered that Anka once said this to me. Chengzun's birth is an anomaly. His father guarded an inch of land in Altin Mountain, but Chengzun is not. He has human blood, ambition and calculation that animals do not have. He wants to eat every land around Altin Mountain into his stomach and become his kingdom. He has a big appetite, and sooner or later something will happen. If it's really Anka, are you going to kill him to avenge your century? Even if I risk my life, I will never let him do this. It's not Anka. I feel like I'm being played by him again. The person who killed me wouldn't be stupid enough to leave a smell for me to catch. I don't understand. Then what are you doing with me? Why did you come to Siberia? Why do you want to punch? It was Anka's partner who gave me advice. Have you forgotten who his partner is? Ordinary people. Chengzun looked at me like a fool. My heart slowly sank. Not a person. Is my nose out of order? It's a person. It's just a matter of stepping on 2 boats, except for your brother. Her other sister-in-law is an old immortal from the plain swamp. He has taken a fancy to your land. To make the taste of Ankh, his partner is the best being. But because he was afraid of me, he made such a thing and let me kill you, and he is the closest blood clan to Altai. So he naturally has a reason to come and occupy the territory. What? Of course. I will defend our territory and resolutely cannot be divided. Wait. I was almost taken into the ditch by him. But you still don't get to the point. I want you to see how stupid your brother is. He was cuckolded. And he was arranged to have 3 spies around him without knowing it. He paused for a moment and added, the ears of your 2 brothers and sisters are higher than the other. But is it frustrating? With me, no one is qualified to judge you. But you don't understand this truth. At least you haven't even discussed it, Anna. I'm still quite disappointed in you. 18 I really feel that Chengzun is PUA me. Damn. But I did get PUA by him. Damn it.asa result. I can't raise my head in front of him now. He is lukewarm now, and I can't figure out his temperament. He transformed into his original body, a giant wolf, and the group type behind him. The special code was like a joke. Sit up. Yes. Chengzun lay down on his lower body. The wolves were staring at each other, and I had no choice. but to follow them. I'm still in a fog now. What bargaining chips? Can you explain the point? The underground boxing arena you are in is one of the strongholds of the Siberian swamp vampires, and I bought the boxing arena yesterday. I was dumbfounded. Can you still buy this? Do you have a mine at home? Cheng Zun said, yes. I was speechless. Whose money is not earned, besides, with me covered, isn't it better than your blood clan? Quite confident. He continued. They want to fight me to the death, and they said that someone above invited the Western Godfather to come over. You were branded by me, you are the first Wolf Clan's vampire bride. They detained you and punched you, and killed my sentinels, and they have no reason to start a war. I thought, that bunch of old antiques in Romania, antiques also have the benefits of antiques, which can be reasonable. But, I haven't agreed to be your bride yet. We are now in a relationship with our ex. I discovered the dots. After the matter is completed, I will relieve you. Whoever plays tricks is a dog. When I actually saw the Swamp Lord, I couldn't help but swallow. This old man can fold his face together and roll out the noodles. On the right side stood Anka, a glamorous North Asian sexy girl, and not far from the left, there was Anka, a big wronged person. Sister, I'm sorry for you. I twitched the corners of my mouth. It's really bad luck. Vampire guards stood on all sides. The Swamp Lord's Western Godfather slowly walked out from behind him. It turned out to be a tall and beautiful boy with blonde hair and blue eyes. Who's the father? Hey, 19. The beautiful boy's name is Arthur. He controlled my mind very gentlemanly, and I fell off Cheng Zun and dragged him toward him. Cheng Zun bit the hem of my clothes in time, and I hung in midair. Arthur waved his hand lightly, and saw the faint werewolf brand on my neck. The young Wolf Lord doesn't seem to have lied to me. He was the first to let go. I got up in embarrassment and retreated to Cheng Zun's back. Anna, he took advantage of a loophole in order not to be frustrated by you. I looked back at Cheng Zun. He didn't look at me, still staring at Arthur, the smiling tiger. Arthur, when did you become so bold when you helped the swamp vampires slaughter my sentinels in order to seize the territory? Do you want to find out my bottom line? The words just fell. Screams rang out. The blood guards in different directions were suddenly dragged into the dense forest by the grey wolves, and bursts of wild beasts roared and bitten. The vampire's head was quickly thrown out of the forest, rolled into the central swamp, and then slowly sank into the silt. I was stunned, from head to toe. I couldn't help but feel a chill in my heart. This is the real Cheng Zun. One life is worth another. I can count it as a draw. Cheng Zun issued an ultimatum. Arthur's expression was not very good. Cheng Zun continued. When you were defeated, you left the Anna clan to stay in Altai as a guard post to guard against wolves, and you hid back in the west to dominate the world. All thoughts were guessed. Arthur said nothing. But it also depends on whether you have the ability to take it back. We don't want war, but we are not afraid of war. Arthur naturally denied. Lord Young Wolf, we have no intention of doing so. Cheng Zun was not unreasonable. His eyes slowly swept to the Swamp Lord and the glamorous girl. But there are some personal grievances, so naturally you have to figure it out. Arthur understood, and the person who knew the current affairs was Junjie. Young Wolf Lord, I hope we won't meet again. He disappeared in an instant. Yes. Flashing is still fast. The old man and his beautiful girl didn't react. Go save that idiot. Cheng Zun's anchor. A fierce battle. Cheng Zun is here to avenge his personal revenge. I watched the Swamp Lord being picked up by Cheng Zun and thrown up, and the wolves responded very tacitly. One after another. As I got older, the teleportation was half a beat slower, laughing to death, from a distance. It looks like a sea lion playing with a ball. As for the beautiful girl and Xiong Da Xiong I gave it all to Anka. The first time in 100 years broke the precepts. It turned out to be because of cuckolding, heart-wrenching, brother. 20 Sometimes, negotiation is far better than blood to resolve conflicts. After the conflict, Cheng Zun and I fell into a strange embarrassment. No one speaks first. He carried me out of the swamp. I couldn't hold it anymore. So I disarmed and surrendered. Well, put me down. I'll go by myself. Cheng Zun returned to his human form, and I fell off him. He deliberately didn't catch me. Are your legs and feet inflexible as you get older? When you get older, you forgot how to write Lianxiang and Shiyu. The sky is about to brighten. I subconsciously hid in the shadows. Some things are better explained. I was a little afraid to look him in the eye. When did you find out that I was faking my death? A long time ago. How long? Have you forgotten that I can dominate animals? Your vampire bats can't hide things, and then I opened up my thoughts, so I caught two and asked. I finally couldn't help but swear, damn. Then you don't come to me. Then wouldn't it be seen by him that I relieved the pain of falling out of love by punching in Siberia? This Nima is too embarrassing. You are timid, you don't believe me. I covered my face, not listening. I thought later, it's not your fault, after all. There are so many lessons from the past, it's normal for you to be afraid. I wasn't an adult at the time, many factors add up. Let you go first, experience the beating of society, it's not a bad choice. I think I can do it, so I'm here for you. I glared at him fiercely, but he really, remember, hatred. I crouched down and buried my head in my knees. After a long time, I didn't hear his voice. I couldn't help but look up. The grey wolf was close in front of me, and he lay down and looked at me at eye level. He arched my head again. It's itchy. With the Wolf King brand, you don't have to be afraid of the sun in the future. You can enjoy the sun, but you will always be a vampire. I was in tears. Of course, you can also unbrand. I pounced on him and hugged him. Whoever lifts is a dog. Whoa. I, Anna, can bend and stretch. 21 extra. Becoming a wolf bride made my father so angry that he forcibly ended his dormancy and flew out of the ice cave with his family to settle accounts with me. If Anka hadn't stood in the way, the spitting star would have drowned me. But because of the brand, it is really impossible to achieve this. But since ancient times there has been no curious thing in which werewolves and vampires became partners. Je show. My father walked over with a bong, nodded at me, and nodded at Anka. Two unfinished things. Cheng Zun stood in front of me. My father wanted to fight, but couldn't. He didn't like wolves, and he was born allergic to wolves. I quietly grabbed his sleeve. Why haven't you arrived yet? It's coming soon. How do I know they're so grinding on the road? Ouch. This is my father-in-law. A loud female voice sounded behind me. I turned my head to look. Wow. A handsome guy with silver hair and a good-looking sister walked towards me, followed by a group of guard wolves like mules, carrying things on their backs. My eyes are full of stars. The beautiful sister held my father's hand familiarly. Hello, father-in-law. I'm sorry. This is not Cheng Zun's father is old. Can't he run fast? Alton Mountain is still a bit of a way to come here. Cheng Zun's father was shy and followed Cheng Zun's mother as a smiling sign. My father was stunned by Cheng Zun's mother's operation. This is the old Wolf King taking the queen to personally come and hire him. My father couldn't say anything important. This long journey. Hard work. Cheng Zun's mother smiled. It's not hard when you exercise. Come on and present the betrothal gift. Bag after bag of gold. You can't have a few £100. Thank you for your hard work. My father's eyes straightened. Our family has nothing valuable. Just a small gold mine, a little bit of thought, please smile and accept it. When Cheng Zun's mother saw me, she took my hand very enthusiastically. If he saw a national treasure, he squeezed my hand. There is no deception in the movie, vampires are really beautiful, this will be alive. The young wolf master is also young and capable. I admire my father's ability to be a wallflower. Cheng Zun's father winked at Cheng Zun. Cheng Zun understood and pulled me to leave first. The old Wolf King's magnetic voice sounded from behind. In-law, our marriage is also for the revision of the peace covenant between the two races. After walking out, I still exclaimed from the bottom of my heart, Cheng Zun, to be honest, you are really not as handsome as your father. Cheng Zun pinched my chin. Oh. Say it again. He, don't say it. I and short, we can be together forever.